What is up, everybody? We've got 10 insane world records of all time. Let's just jump in. You know what I mean?
Whoop. Hi, everyone. Now, some people will go to extreme lengths to be awarded a world record. Some will even go as far as to risk their own life. So with that said, here are our picks for the top 10 most dangerous world records. For this list, we'll be taking a look at world records that are considered the most dangerous due to their life-threatening nature. So brace yourselves.
Okay. So these are for like the dudes that they don't have any, they're not the best in the world at anything. So instead they have to take a different route where instead they do the most, like something so dangerous. Like David Blaine isn't going to come up in here and hold his breath. You know, they can't beat David Blaine's record holding his breath. You know what I mean? So instead, they're going to, like, lay on some nails
We're about to see
and let a car drive over them.
Defy all safety regulations.
I get it.
Now, if you like these kind of videos and want to see more, then
so it would be like me. It's the kind of thing I would need to do if I wanted to break a world record.
To be the first to watch all our new... Number 10, Iceman.
There we go. Thank you, Trend Central.
Wim Hof of the Netherlands has come to be known as the Iceman as a result of his insane ability to withstand very cold temperatures for extended periods of time. Back on January 23rd, 2009, he remained submerged in a box of ice for 1 hour and 42 minutes and 22 seconds.
All right, but my man David Blaine, talking about David Blaine again, he survived in like an ice house in the middle of Times Square for like a week. Only 90s kids will remember that.
To set a world record for the longest time spent submerged in ice.
Is that really the longest time though? Like an hour?
2009. He remained submerged in a box of ice for 1 hour and 42 minutes and 22 seconds.
Doesn't Joe Rogan do that like every day?
To set a world record for the longest time spent submerged in ice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. I don't understand how that's a record. I mean, I guess if I ever needed to beat a record, that might be, obviously it would be horrible, but to beat a world record, like, as long as you don't get frostbite or something, then, I don't know.
Number 9, highest ski jump. Jamie Pierre,
I love a good high ski jump.
Definitely had a death wish when he set a world record for skiing off a cliff, approximately 250 feet high without using a parachute. It's estimated
without using a parachute. Well, okay. I want to see. I've never seen someone ski off a jump and pull a parachute. That'd be cool.
Reached a terminal velocity on his free fall.
What's he doing?
The craziest ski cliff jump of all time.
He literally just like walked off a cliff. He didn't stick the landing or anything.
Only very minor injuries. This is a record we don't expect to get broken anytime soon.
What was that?
No.
This is the dumbest thing that's the dumbest world record I've ever seen. He didn't even need to be wearing skis. Like, he could have just jumped off. That doesn't count if you don't stick the landing and ski off.
Catching spears underwater. Thrill seeker Ashrita Furman is no stranger to pulling off dangerous stunts, and this is no exception. Whilst being submerged underwater, a grand total of 14 spears were fired at Furman, as he impressed the world by catching them all consecutively.
I don't know if the world was watching this, okay?
Using just one
It's pretty neat.
hand. The spears were fired from a spear gun from a range of 2 meters away.
2 meters away? So he's like, you know how the camera doesn't show, like, if the camera panned over, I think you can see like his foot right there, his knee, the dude shooting the gun, because he's 2 meters away. He's like 6 feet away.
So
what?
Just one false move, and he wouldn't be completing any more records anytime soon.
Oh yeah, it is 2 meters. It's right there. Hold up. Okay, I am sorry to discredit this dude. To not be impressed, at least. I'm not discrediting it. I mean, he did it, but look how long this takes. You see him shoot it. He's 6 feet away. And it's still going through the pool. Like, it is going so slow. It takes like a full second to go 6 feet.
Number 7, Bee Suit. The Chinese daredevil, Ruan Liangming, got covered from head to toe with approximately 637,000 bees while successfully setting the world record of the heaviest mantle of bees on a human person. With very little protection, Ruan leaves the scene unharmed.
I mean, I think the most difficult part would just be getting access to that many bees, because I know of a lot of different dudes that do this thing where they cover themselves in bees, but they just don't have 600,000 of them. But it is still really cool. I mean, that's crazy. It's a lot of bees, man.
Number 6, Human Battering Ram. J.D. Anderson, back in March of 2017, attempted to break the world record of the most ice blocks broken by a person charging into them. Success.
Is that an actual record?
Break the world record of the most ice blocks broken by a person charging into them. Successfully breaking 12 blocks, he was unfortunately 2 blocks short from breaking the world record. However, either way,
I like how they all just fall.
2 blocks short from
Didn't he technically break them? Look, they broke.
However, either way, it must have been very painful.
He's the one who knocked him over.
Blocks of ice that are practically as strong as rock.
1, go!
So this is not a world record then.
Number 5, glass panes. Mike O'Hearn beat the crazy world record of breaking through 19 panes of glass consecutively in a very short amount of time, beating the previous record of 8.
I'm not sure how crazy that is.
18 panes of glass. What makes
Once again, like, if you gave me 19 pieces of glass, maybe I could do it. I just don't have access to that. Okay?
This record attempt so dangerous is that
like a lot of world records, if you think about it, like the really impressive world records are things like sprinting 100 meters, because anyone in the world can do that. Pretty much, like anyone can have the opportunity to try that. I could go outside and try to beat the world record right now, and millions and millions and millions of people do. But for something like this, it's like, how many people get the opportunity to try to break 20 pieces of glass? Like, how many? See, that's a real question. How many? Like 3?
Every shattered pane will explode into thousands of sharp pieces.
I mean, look at him.
And these sharp pieces
this is not impressive.
Sever a limb. To make
what does he mean, could sever a limb?
If he fails to break the glass, the impact is almost like running into a wall.
He doesn't look very good at this. Like, you know what I'm talking about? If he's the world record breaker, you'd think he'd be better at it than that. Get the dude who just ran into the ice. That guy at least, you know, had the weight to do it.
Number 4, car balanced.
I'm not impressed, if to say the least.
John Evans discovered his
now this guy, this is a talent.
Objects on his head.
See, I could go outside and try and balance a car on my head, and I would die.
After many years of practice, Evans managed to balance a car on top of his head for a grand total of 33 seconds in front of a live audience. The said car weighed 350 pounds. And
350 pounds? That's not a car then. It doesn't have an engine.
All that,
but that's so cool.
The weight was being supported by just his neck.
I would still die. Like, I could not do this, you know what I mean? I'm more impressed by this.
Number 3, bed of nails.
No, this is
The
kind
Aussie
of
performance
dumb.
artist Shane Holtgren has performed many other crazy stunts. However, all those seem tame compared to his more crazy stunts, such as allowing motors.
Hold up.
However,
He's
all
the guy
those-
holding the chainsaw. How is that a stunt? This guy over here is performing a stunt. This guy in the suit. This random guy he walked up to. Hey, I'm going to perform a stunt where I chainsaw an apple out of your mouth. No. That guy needs the record.
seem tame compared to his more crazy stunts, such as allowing motorcycles to drive over him whilst he was lying on top of a bed of nails. As those motorcycles use him as a ramp for a total of about 20 times, it's evident that he's in a great deal of pain.
I don't know if that's evident. I don't know if I would agree. I mean, if you're saying again, immediately after one goes over you.
Number 2. Restraining
There's no blood.
motorcycles. Imagine having 4 motorcycles pulling at all of your limbs at the same time. Crazy, right? Well, Franz Muehlner from Austria would disagree with that, as back on July the 22nd of 2014, he was able to restrain all 4 motorbikes accelerating at a force that exceeds 500 newtons of force. From supposedly restraining the motorbikes for 10 seconds, it ended up being 24 seconds, which is why he is the new world record holder for this crazy stunt of his.
Okay.
In 3,
Wouldn't it, like, a great deal of this rely on how much traction the motorcycles are getting? So, like, what kind of surface, how good the wheels are?
1, go!
I mean, if you did this on ice, I could beat the record. This guy's, like, burning out over here, yeah. And then the dude on the other side is not. It's kind of weird. Just saying.
Number 1.
Just
Free
saying.
fall.
But I'm surprised he didn't dislocate anything.
Austrian skydiver Felix Baumgartner made headlines around the world when he jumped from a helium balloon floating 127,000 feet above the Earth and fell back down to Earth at a staggering speed of 843 miles per hour, also making him the first human to break the
That's
sound
cool.
barrier without a vehicle.
That's cool. This is a pretty neat world record. Kind of falls under the category of, you know, how many people get the opportunity to attempt this record. Probably
Anyway,
just him.
that has been it for the
Whoa,
most
now
insane
this
world
guy.
records. Which was the most crazy world record in your opinion?
Ooh,
Let us know.
that was the craziest one, and it wasn't
down in
even
the
featured.
comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope to
Okay.
see you.
All right, well, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I felt like kind of a hater during most of that. That's not what I went into the video expecting, but there were some crazy stuff in there. It was just I don't think there were a whole lot of like talented athletes or talented, like the B guy was cool. I was not impressed with this dude who was running through glass. The car on the head, that was cool. The guy, my favorite is this dude, just
150
jumping off a
feet high
cliff,
without using a parachute.
and he's got
It's
skis
estimated that
attached to
Jamie
his
almost
feet.
reached
So
a
I guess
terminal
that means it's
velocity
a
on his
ski
free
jump,
fall when breaking the craziest
even though he didn't land on the skis. Ooh, okay. Still though, jumping off a 200-foot cliff into snow. I don't care what you're jumping into, like snow. Did he know for sure there wasn't like a shallow part of the snow with a rock sticking up right there? I hope so. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. I'm not hating. I'm just saying some of these dudes were more impressive than others. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video. Okay. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.